Hello guys, welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather channel. Please subscribe to my channel for regular updates. Let's talk about Mohammed KUDUS. Mohammed KUDUS, based on reports from Sky Sports News, it appears that Chelsea still have an interest in buying, KUDUS from West Ham. Now, right now, where do things lie? Where things currently lie is Tottenham. Is in Tottenham, right? Spurs are pretty much like, they've been working on this Kudus deal, right? They've been pushing for Kudus. Newcastle also has an interest in Kudus as well. But I'm not too worried about Newcastle. You guys already saw what happened in terms of Chelsea just kind of swooping in the dying minutes and collecting João Pedro from Newcastle after they had done all of the the legwork and pretty much agreed on a fee, and we just went on ahead and said, okay, since you all have agreed to take this 55 million fee, what it is, we're just going to go ahead and talk to the player and have him switch from Newcastle to Chelsea and just go ahead and take that 55 million. And that was pretty much what happened, because if you guys think about it, if Chelsea goes in first, with that and begin to sniff around with like some strong numbers, guess what's going to happen? The Chelsea tax is going to happen. The Chelsea tax is going to happen. Kudus, would then go to they'll be asking for 80 million for Kudus, which you and I know he's not worth anywhere near that. We all know he's not worth anywhere near that. Kudus is Kudus' real value is somewhere maybe in the 55 to 65 million range, right? Probably closer to the 60s, to the low to mid 60s. That will be a reasonable price for Kudus. Now, based on my understanding, West Ham is holding out for 70 million. However, West Ham is feeling it, right? They're just feeling it in the PSR. They're having issues, financial issues. So West Ham needs cash to ease their PSR headaches as of right now. And so that's kind of how Spurs have jumped in. Tottenham have jumped in, and I believe they're pretty much closing in on a 65 million pound move for Kudus. However, Chelsea has indicated a very strong interest in finding out whether they can just go ahead and again, just like they did with the João Pedro deal from Newcastle, just jump in the dying minute, and just take this gem of a player away from the clutches of Tottenham. And if the price is 65 million, well then for me that's a reasonable price. Is the price high? Yes, it's high, but what is high these days? Everybody's worth between 55 to almost 70. So any price in and around the 60s for Kudus, who is an established player. He's a well established, much more an established player than João Pedro, who we are paying 55 plus 5 for. So you already know that Kudus is definitely going to cost more, right? This is a player from Ajax. We've seen what he's done at West Ham. We know the player. I've watched him perform well for Ghana Black Stars in the last World Cup. I've obviously watched him play for Ghana in the Nations Cup. He's a very, very solid player. I know his goals and assist number are not mouth watering. But if you're looking at at a player solely based on how many goals that they scored, how many assists, then you're going to miss out on a lot of solid players that can actually help your football team. And for me, Kudus is that type of player. I've already made a video. I'm going to attach the link at the end of this video. I made a previous video on Kudus, on the fact that this player is a player that can provide, Maresca and Chelsea the, solutions that we are lacking to unlock some of these low blocks, right? We don't need. Yes, he's going to score. Whether he stands for, he's always going to score, but we don't need him to score like 20, right? That's what I'm trying to say. He doesn't have to score. We don't need. We're not even Maresca has said that. He's like, I don't need 20 goals. I just need 10-10. If you can give us like 10 goals, he has already done his that job, and he definitely has 10 goals in him. But it's not just the 10 goals; it's the space that he's going to create, especially coming from wide areas and entering into central areas with his dribbling, his physicality, his passing, all that stuff. He's a very just dynamic player who can provide solution that none of the other players can provide. So that's basically what we could potentially get out of the a possible signing of Kudus from West Ham, and so this is one to keep our eyes on. Again, based on reports, we've already Chelsea has made contact with his agents. However, just nothing is advanced as of yet, right? Of course, I've been reading on X. I've seen fans crying and they're complaining. You guys already know Chelsea fans. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. That's just generally how Chelsea fans are wired these days. And basically, what it is fans moaning and complaining about the fact of what's going to happen with Noni Madueke. Well, guys, sometimes it is what it is. It's the survival of the fittest. When you're playing in a big club at a point, as the club begins to elevate itself as a player, if you're not rising with a club that is rising, right, then you're going to get left behind, and unfortunately, I feel that's pretty much where Noni is. I'm not saying that he's a bad player. He's a good player. I actually like Noni, but the reality is Noni has not kept up with the ambitions of Chelsea. He hasn't kept up. Guy, you have to keep up with what the club needs, and if your overall ability, it's not necessarily just the productivity. If you're looking at his numbers alone, again, his numbers are not. He has good numbers. Yes, he has fairly decent GNA. So the GNA is not the issue with Noni. The issue is overall and productivity with reference to the consistency of his play, right? He's not consistent in the way he plays, in the types of decisions that this team needs for him to make at this point of his career. And this is a club that we got money. I'm just gonna out and just say it. And so Chelsea has given him 2 seasons, and if it looks like the players' progress is slowing down, then what it is if there's other interest out there, and it appears that there may be interest from other top 4 and top 6 clubs, then we just might might as well go ahead and cash out Noni, whatever, 50 plus million, and just roll that cash, add some cash to that cash, and just hand it over to West Ham and pick up Kudus. So that's just me. That's how I feel. I don't know how you guys feel. Am I heartless? Am I a cold blooded fan? Please feel free to let me know in the comments below. Would you all rather hold on to Noni, or would you rather have Kudus? Please leave your thoughts below. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you guys. Peace.